Hey everybody. All right, so this week's kind of different because this is our last week that we are going to be meeting in person. But like I've been telling you in class, the semester is not over after Thanksgiving break. You actually have your final. You got to take a makeup. That's after Thanksgiving break. You also have your lab final. So don't think just because we're not meeting anymore, you don't have to do the coursework. It's actually really important that you finish up. All right. So this week we are going to meet, and you know the groups, Monday or Wednesday, whichever group you're in. We're going to do our last lab assignment, which is on protists. And this kind of reminds me of the bacteria. I know we haven't covered it in lecture yet, but it's mostly visual identification. So if you are here, we're going to go through how to identify, and you'll have a few things that you have to label too. All right? So that's important. But also, and this is maybe even more important, I'm going to go through what you need to do after Thanksgiving break. We have like 2.5 weeks after Thanksgiving break before the semester is over. So I'm going to go through and make sure you understand these are the things that you have to do if you want to finish the semester good, all right? I'm going to keep sending out announcements and recording these videos, but I know most of you don't watch them, so I don't know why I'm explaining it right now anyway. But if you're watching it and you pay attention to those, you should be okay. I just want to make sure you're aware of everything that's coming up, all right? Also, we are going to do a review for the lab final. We did one of those before the lab midterm, where we went through and reviewed all of the labs that we had done so far. I'm going to do the same thing for the lab final, so it would be really good if you're here for that too, all right? Lab final, if you haven't been here for the last couple weeks that we've done labs in person, your lab final is going to be completely online. I'm making the lab final open notes, not the other test, but just the lab final is open notes. And I know that makes it sound like, oh, that's easy, I don't have to study. You still do because it's timed. You have like a minute per question. But I want to make sure you are familiar with all the material so when you're studying, you'll know where to find the stuff that you need. All right. All right, so that is Monday or Wednesday. And then a couple more really important things. Exam 4 is going to be open Thursday and Friday. The reason I scheduled it like this is you can go ahead and have like a clean break after Exam 4 for Thanksgiving break, so there's nothing you're going to have to worry about over the break. You can actually rest and not think about biology for a while. So that is Thursday and Friday. You know how the tests go at this point. This one is around 70 questions. That's pretty close to what we've had so far. And it'll be open for those 48 hours. Thursday, starting at midnight, all the way till Friday at 11:59 p.m. All right. Really important thing about this, though, and it has to do with the next thing underneath the exam. This Friday is the last day to withdraw from classes. If you're doing great, keep doing what you're doing. Don't worry about any of this. But if you're failing the class, definitely if you're failing the class, and if you're a lot lower than you need to be, if your final grade needs to be higher than you are right now, what I'm going to tell you, I really, really want you to take the exam on Thursday. Take it on the first day. I know that, because I've been keeping up with it, I know that most people wait until the last night, and that's fine. I would probably do that too. But for this exam, I want you to take it on Thursday. Study, prepare, get ready. Take it on Thursday. And the reason is, if you have any questions about your grade, I want you to be able to have one more exam grade before you have to make that decision. All right? So if you'll take the test on Thursday, it'll be graded for you. I can review it Friday morning. And then if you've got questions of, okay, I'm really close to a C or I'm really close to a B, we'll have time to have that conversation before the last day to withdraw. All right? If you are borderline on whether you need to drop the course or not, and you wait until Friday, let's say you take it at you're done at 11:30 p.m. On Friday night, I'm not going to be available to help you at that time, obviously. Friday, I'm going to be on the clock, whatever, until 11:30. So if you'll take it on Thursday, we can have Friday morning to have a conversation back and forth, or send messages back and forth on Blackboard. But if you take the test Friday night, I'm not going to be able to give you any feedback before you have to make that decision. All right. If you're doing great, keep doing what you're doing. But if you are in that position where you need to know what you need to make to finish with an acceptable grade, I would take it early. All right. Yeah. So that's it. Like I said, Friday is the last day to withdraw. What that means, and again, if you're doing great, don't worry about any of this. But if you are at the point where it's obviously you're not going to pass, I don't know that anyone's there right now, but if you're at the point where it's obviously you're not going to be able to pass the course, or if you need a C for this to transfer somewhere else and you're not going to be able to do that, you have the option of withdrawing, and it's going to be like you never took the class. It doesn't count against you. Talk to me before you do that. A lot of times students kind of get their average wrong and get confused, but talk to me before you do that. But if you are still in the class after Friday, November 20th, then you don't have that option anymore. You're stuck, and whatever grade you earn at the end of the semester, that's what you'll get. All right? So I hope that helps. If you have any questions, let me know. We'll definitely have time to talk about more of this in class when we have our lab next week. All right, so make sure that you're here for that lab. All right, if you need anything, let me know. Thanks.